All right, guys. I guess we'll start with your car, Dave.
This is a Lindbergh 67 Olds 442 built. Except for the spark plug wires, it's out of the box. And I use one of those Concur distributors that I like so much.
Yeah, I was looking at their website the other day. They do make nice little distributors.
Yeah, they look great. I didn't put any gloss coat on it. I just built it as a driver. Those cars, this one was what they called a W30 option. And I didn't know till I started researching the kit. The inner fender wells on those were red plastic. So I just did it in flat red so it looked like the real thing. And the battery was mounted in the trunk over the right rear wheel. So I didn't have to worry about wiring up a battery.
Gotcha.
Know that.
I didn't either.
Cool.
But it was just on that one particular option. It's a nice kit. It was fun to build.
Nice looking
It's
car.
all pretty nice.
That's used to, well, we all laughed at all the roll airplanes and ships and stuff. Of course,
Yeah.
back when I was a kid, but some of their car kits have been really nice. They did that one Ford Victoria, I
Oh,
think.
that pace car, the Indy pace car?
Yeah.
I built that one. I've won a couple awards with it.
But that's about it. And I used the Molotov markers on it quite a bit.
For your window sill. Around Okay.
And this had the stock, those wheels were what they call a Magnum 500 wheel back then, and I just blacked out the inner part of them where they were black. But cool. It's pretty enjoyable build.
Are they are the windshield wipers? Are those factory ones? The ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, those look good.
But it was a really, well-fitting kit.
Cool. Yeah, good looking car.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I guess we'll go over here to Russ's lineup. Which one you want to start with, Russ?
Let's start with this. This was the little coffin that my father built. So that's the original issue. And if you look inside there, he has the driver.
I figured somebody had to do that.
But my mother had it for a while, and there was some stuff falling off on it. So when I got it, I just had to do some repair to it. But
I love them.
I built one of those too a while back, but I built the red version.
Cases, and I can't put any trunks in.
And just to kind of go along with his original issue. I got a couple more of the purple ones built, but just in a different case right now.
Cool.
There's my hangman I was supposed to bring last month that I forgot to load up and bring with me. So that's one of Tom Dale's kits. It's one of the oldie tow trucks there.
Awesome.
Next one is the Tijuana Taxi. That's the first issue of it right there. They've reissued it, but they're out there. It's kind of a just odd duck, them stagecoaches like that. The 55 Chevy was my first attempt at a Pro Street, and this is that one of the Revell bodies that had all the opening doors for a trunk on. And then underneath it, I got a 67 Chevelle Pro Street chassis. And the only thing it had to do was widen it. It had the same wheelbase, everything else was good, just had to widen it to fit the body. I put the roll cage in there, made the roll bars open up on the side here too.
Oh wow.
Did the front tilt hood on it, if I can get it to work. Yeah, get it out of here. Did the front tilt hood on it. Open up the trunk and put the fuel cell in the back of it.
Very nice.
And the 41 Willies is the new edition, the Water Cookstone, John Mesmadian, KNS Pittman. That's the kit. And these kits have a terrible fit in front tires. I have not figured out how to make those stay on there good, but I like the way the proportion of the car was nice. The engine in this car is nice, not just the Oldsmobile engine in there. So I just made it more like an old kind of single run, dragster from a local guy or something.
Very cool.
The other one is the Tamiya F1. This is the, I think these are all 12 scales. And these come with nice feature. They have suspension, working steering on them. They have the springs that work. They just don't give you all the other lines. They give you spark plug wires, but no other fuel lines. And so I had to go online and do some research and found that the real car is in Japan. And somebody posted a video walking around that car. So I spent a lot of time on that video trying to catch, well, where's this coolant line go? Where's this oil line go or something? But they built pretty nice. A really nice detail. And then there was a couple other cars in like the series. But this is a Honda, like a RA like 273 or something is what they classify the car as. But they built it really nice.
Did you just clear over the white plastic, or is that?
Yes. The only thing is painted is the 2 red mirrors.
Dang.
Everything else is just decals and clear.
Now, you placed to let it roll though, didn't you, Russ?
Yes. Took
Second
second.
place, yeah.
It was in the large scale
deserved.
class.
Oh, I mean,
I don't know
that's
how I missed that. I'm
nuts how much is going on back here in the back of that thing, man. Awesome car.
Yeah, you get all that engine hanging on. It's like, man, you gotta detail it because it's like a third of the car. The exhaust system was real bare to get there because it doesn't really have locating points. They didn't really go down to each runner. I had to figure out and finish it, and then make it all fit and keep it parallel. And then all the seams you had to sand out of it. So there was a lot of work on just the exhaust system because it just all comes up over the top. Most cars you don't ever see, it comes off the side. This one's right in your face. And it was a challenge to get all that to fit, not knowing anything about an Indy car, how it's supposed to fit that in there. But I know it has to go. And
That's like Jeff Marsh's Indy car or F1 car he built. I don't know if you've seen that. He had it at he actually had it at Simpsonville last year. I think it ended up winning Best of Show. But man, that thing is nuts, man. How first off, how do you know where to put all that stuff on a car like that? And it's just insane. But
I mean, it's not a car I would normally build, but I was at a guy's house one time and he had one built, and I asked him, what is that car? He told me all about it. And I came back to one of my club meetings, and that's one we had, and I asked somebody about it. The guy said, oh, yeah, I have one of them, I'll sell you. And that's what sent me down that road. That's how I got it from him, and built it, brought it back, kept showing it to him. And I was building it, he said, I'm glad you did it, because I would have never built it. But the same issue of the kit later on had some photo etch stuff. They had like a photo etch grill, and with a little fret, I forget what it was, but it came in like a black box. This one came in a white box. And the box art shows like the car, they're looking down the top of the car. Like the background was all white. It's the black version, black box that has the photo etch stuff to it. It works fine for me though. I was happy.
cool, nice car. Like it, Russ. Good job. All right, next two are mine. Tell you about. So 1986 Jeff Bodine, Levi Garrett Monte Carlo. I built it. This is one of my first builds. I built it to resemble his 86 Daytona 500 winning car with the black chassis. It's a monogram kit. I think I used Testors paint on this thing. Even used Testors clear. Obviously some Power Slide decals, which is 88 individual decals for this thing. Needless to say, a pain in the butt to do decals. Putting all the sponsor decals, the contingencies on there, one decal at a time gets it's a nightmare. But good looking car. It turned out pretty good considering I was still learning at this point, and I didn't know anything about 2K clear, didn't know anything about a airbrush or any of that stuff. But it's one of my favorite cars, one of my favorite NASCAR cars of all time. But nothing special. The window net was, I think, the only 3D printed part I put on it, and that was from Jim Rogers from Salvino's. He gave me the window net. But my next car is one that I just finished. It is a Revell Foose F100 pickup truck. I painted it with Tropical Glitz Gator Green is the color, and then obviously I did a 2K clear on top of that. It's got MCV Products wheels on it, 3D printed wheels. They are the Slasher wheels. I did a wired distributor that I got from Jay's Model Garage. I put some wire loom, photo etch wire looms on the wires, and I also did a real wood bed in the back of this thing. I took the little metal strips off of the decal, cut those off and placed them on the wood, and then I did 2 coats of polyurethane on the piece of wood and then put that down in there. So other than that, pretty much a stock kit other than the wheels and the distributor. Well, and it's got a 3D printed steering wheel in it too that I got from one of the guys in our group, Danny Putman, I think is his last name. He printed that and gave it to me. But yeah, those trucks, they go together so well. Those little Foose trucks, they're really good kits. I think Jeff, he's built one too, so he said the same thing. They're just really good kits.
I can definitely build another one.
Yeah, me too. That's the second one I've built.
Do the windshield fit good in them?
Yeah.
Okay. The
Yeah.
wrap around windshield sometimes were challenging.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are. They're great little kits. I mean, I'm telling him, you could honestly, if you didn't want to go into extreme detail with it, you could build one of these things in a couple of days. Throw a coat of paint on it. I mean, they just go together that simple, man. Yeah, they really are. But anyways, okay, so we'll go on over to Mike's cars.
I have that little bit of an issue with the bottom of the windshield. I mean,
The 2 Mountain Dew cars, one of them, the one
Turn
on
a
your
little bit
right
off
is
of
a
it.
Salvino's kit, and the one on the left is a Monogram kit. Both of them's pretty much built just box stock. They are 2 different year model cars because the Mountain Dews on the hood and trunk are, the lines around them are shaped different. Just basically put the decals on the plastic and just cleared the plastic with 2K clear. Didn't paint anything, just the chassis and the wheels.
Awesome. Good looking cars. One of my favorite builds, actually. Alright.
And the 55 is the Revell 55 Chevrolet that you can get now. It used to be the Badman kit, and they've reissued it as a white, just a gasser, and I built it box stock and painted it pink and got some decals from a place that sells stickers for Hot Wheels cars, Second Chance Redline, and just decaled it and sprayed the inside of the windows pink so it looked like it had tinted windows. Cool, but
I didn't even notice that. That's different. I like it. Alright, I guess this is yours, right, Jeff?
yeah. That's the first issue of the Revell 57 Ford. I think it's a custom 300. I was going to build it box stock, but at the time, the woman I was dating and I broke up, and I built a replica of her. She had a Boss Mustang. I built a replica of it, and as a parting gift, she grabbed it off the shelf and twisted it in her hands like she was wringing out a washcloth. So I took the wheels and the engine off of it. And I said, "Well, I'm going to throw it in that and see what it looks like." And other than that, well, I took a straight pin and made a gear shift out of it. Put that in the floor, and I used the kit supplied decals instead of my trademark washi tape on the seats. So other than that, it's a box stock build. I used there's no clear coat on it. I used actually the yellow is a Martha Stewart line of paints I found at Michael's. Believe it or not, yeah. I don't know what shade of yellow it is, but I wanted something that wasn't school bus yellow or like a lemon yellow. So
It's about like canary yellow.
I thought it kind of looked like a 50s color yellow. So and that's just the Shortcuts enamel clear on the white.
Nice. Factory wheels?
The wheels and the motor came from that Mustang. It's a 2013 Revell Boss Mustang.
Oh, okay. Cool.
They come chrome in the kit, but the real ones were painted, so I just left them chrome. I thought they looked good.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, that is our builds for tonight. Thanks for tuning in and watching with us,
Hey, that thing,
guys.
she went.
We meet the first Monday of every month here at the Sedge Garden Recreation Center. You're always welcome to join us.
Separated in 98, and I moved back to Dawson.
Some great cars on the table tonight.
She come up there to bring some stuff, or my son came up further. They were in where I was living. And I had just finished a Russian tank. It had individual track links on it. Oh, and she picked that damn thing up and slung it up through the driveway, and them tracks just exploded. I could have killed her. I told my son, I said, you better get her the hell out of here, you left cold for your ride on.
It was kind of funny because like she was on
That's
her way
it.
out the door.
Thanks for joining us, Joe, Pete,
Looked on the
Jamie, Jim. Thanks for watching, guys. Come out and join us next month if you can.
I was thinking, well, she's
All
finally
right, guys.
done, so.
Later.